What if I told you that building wealth and building muscle are basically the same game? Seriously, and I haven't seen anybody talking about this at all on YouTube either. So, the same principles that help me grow my investment portfolio are the same exact principles that I apply in the gym every single day, every single week. Consistency, discipline, delayed gratification, and maybe the biggest one of all, progressive overload. Because you don't just build muscle by lifting the same weight forever, right? And you don't build wealth by investing the same amount forever either. So once I realized that connection, it completely changed how I thought about money and the gym. So in this video, I want to break down why investing and working out go together and how understanding this can help you get stronger financially and physically. Let's get right into it. Number one, both are compounding games. So, one thing that I think of early on in my career is when I started and got my first job and I wanted to get into the stock program, which you guys should do if you have the option to do that. And they take out 200 to 300 bucks every paycheck and you invest it into your stocks of the company at a discount. So you're buying it at a discount. And at first, it may seem like you're losing a lot of money, but you see as it starts compounding that it's going to make it very worth it in the long run when you choose to sell it. And it's the same with fitness, where you're starting with a base of how much you can lift on hack squat, for example, and then you slowly invest more weight into it. You're adding on more and it's going to pay off over time. So that's compounding and it's progressive overload. So this is one of the biggest mistakes I see people making in investing specifically. It's underestimating how small actions compound. So people are thinking, what's $200 a month going to do? But over decades, this can turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's compounding. And fitness works the exact same way. People think, what's one workout going to do? What's one healthy meal going to change for me? By itself, probably not a lot. But if you repeat this for months, for years, that's going to change your body. It's going to change your energy. It's going to change your confidence and your health, most of all. It compounds. So a 30-minute workout doesn't transform you, but 500 workouts might. If you follow it and stay consistent, one investment doesn't make you wealthy, right? But thousands of contributions over time can. That's the game. So it's small actions repeated consistently, and you have massive results later to come. Number two, progressive overload, investing more as you earn more. And the same can be applied to fitness as well. So this is where I think the connection gets really powerful. And I touched on this in the beginning, but in lifting, you want to grow, right? You need progressive overload. That means more weight, more reps, more volume. You have to gradually increase the challenge. If you bench 135 forever and you stay roughly where you are, and investing works the same way. If you invest $200 a month forever, that's solid. But if your income goes up and you raise that to 500, then 1,000, then 1,500, that's progressive overload with finances. You want to do the same thing with fitness. If you're benching 135, you want to go to 145, 155, get up to 225 one day. So that is progressive overload explained in both of those functions. And that's how wealth starts accelerating for you. This is something that I've talked about a lot before in other videos, but it's not just about investing, it's about increasing your investment rate as your life progresses. So it's just like adding weight to the bar. You overload your system and growth follows. So that idea and mindset shift alone can completely change how you approach money and the gym. Number three, short-term pain, long-term reward. So this is definitely a basic one that I see online, but still it doesn't hammer home for a lot of people. They have no idea where to start or what this even means. So both investing and working out require doing things today that benefit you much later. So it's an investment in yourself. That is delayed gratification. So by skipping these impulse purchases to buy, low-cost index funds, it's hard to do because you want to spend your money on stuff that you enjoy, right? But if you do things like this, it's going to set you up so much more in the long run. So going to the gym when you don't feel like it, just showing up, also extremely hard. But both are basically telling your future self, I'm doing this for you. And that mindset is super fucking rare. Not a lot of people have that mindset, and it's going to benefit you in so many different ways. Because most people optimize for comfort today, but wealth and fitness are built by people willing to be uncomfortable now for a better life later. And that is a massive mindset shift. Number four, ignore the noise. So this one is huge, especially in this video. In investing, people are going to panic when the market drops. like in the last couple weeks and months, it was dropping like fucking crazy, and now it's already back up, and now it hit another high. So just ignore the noise. Your portfolio is down 10%. These people want to quit, they want to sell. But these experienced investors told me, that this volatility is normal. It's all just background noise. And fitness, it has the same exact thing. Some days, the weight's not going to move the same. You're going to feel weak. Your workout sucks. That doesn't mean that the process stopped working. That's noise as well. But it just means that you're showing up every single day, and it's gonna pay off one day, I promise you. And in both of those cases, these people fail when they react emotionally to short-term fluctuations. The people who win are the people that stick to the plan and stay the course. So whether the market is red or the workout feels terrible, they keep showing up day after day. That's where the results come from. Number 5, fitness can actually help make you more money. And it's not going to be in the way you think, but let me just explain myself. I actually remember seeing a video when I started making YouTube videos about a month or two ago. And this guy was saying how the gym is gay and he just couldn't stand it because it's a bunch of dudes going around, looking at each other in the mirrors and a bunch of gym bros, whatever. It's like, you have the worst attitude for something like that. Like, you can go to gyms and not focus on any of that and just be focused on improving yourself. I've made so many friends going to the gym that these are extremely hardworking people and they have their shit together. That's who are going to be at the gyms. Sure, you're going to meet some, roided out freaks sometimes that have nothing going on and they like taking drugs. But most of the time, you're going to meet people that are actually serious about life and making money and everything that goes along with it. I've made so many connections where I've talked to people who have let me know about new job opportunities at their work. So you never know, if something happens, boom, I have another connection. So fitness can help you make more money for sure. And this part does not get talked about enough. Fitness can actually improve your finances. Why? More energy, more focus, less stress, higher productivity, and the connections you make. And these can also help you guys perform better at work. Like, you're going to be able to earn more, negotiate better, build businesses, create more opportunities. And if you earn more, you can invest more. And that takes us right back to progressive overload. So it's just like a circle. You guys see how this all connects? This is like a flywheel. Fitness improves performance. Performance can improve income. Income can increase investing. Investing builds your wealth, which is the ultimate goal. So that is incredibly powerful. Number 6, your body is an investment too. So I think people sometimes treat health like an expense, but it's not. It's an investment. I always think of the saying, health is wealth, because it actually is. Working out today can lower health costs later. It's going to improve your longevity, improve your quality of life. And by doing it, you're going to help out your finances as well. You're going to spend so much less on healthcare and whatever it is. That is enormous financial value. Your health might be one of the best investments you'll ever make. I definitely believe it is. And unlike money, you can't fully recover lost decades of neglect, like especially in the gym. These people that try to get in the gym, way too late. I'm not saying it's incredibly late, but you have a lot more to try and recover from. And that makes it even more valuable if you start while you're younger. So to close things out, if you guys can remember just one thing from this video, remember this. Building muscle and building wealth follow the same exact formula. Consistency, compounding, progressive overload, delayed gratification, and ignoring the short-term noise, because it doesn't matter. It's the same game. And honestly, if you can master one, you can probably master the other. I'm still working on my game, but I'm getting better every single day because the mindset is the exact same. And that might be one of the biggest advantages you can build in your 20s and into your 30s. So thank you guys again for watching. If you're looking to build wealth, level up in your 20s, and get your money right, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.